Welcome back to NBA Cinema. So today we have Adam Silver speaking on the Scott Foster Chris Paul saga. And if you all aren't familiar with what has happened over the last few weeks, the most recent thing is Chris Paul getting a technical foul from Scott Foster and getting ejected, just to kind of antagonize Chris based off some issues they have in the past where Chris said, he even came at his son before, which is crazy to me. But I've been kind of sitting back waiting to see how Adam Silver stepped up and said anything and why this situation or this little problem hasn't been de-escalated better, or Scott Foster hasn't really been he hasn't received any punishment for antagonizing players. But we're going to check out what Chris had to say, and then we're going to check out what Adam had to say. Let's pick
years ago, and it's personal. You know what I mean? Like, the league everybody knows, it's been a meeting and all that, and it's just a situation with my son, and so it's, so I'm okay with a ref talking, saying whatever, saying just don't use a tech to get your point across. You know what I mean? So I got to do a better job making sure I stay on the floor for my teammates. But yeah, that's that.
You said it's a situation with your son?
Yeah, they know what it is. He know what it is too. So
we don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's just I had a meeting with him, my dad, Doc Rivers, Bob Delaney, and all us. So yeah, yeah, him too.
Is that back when you were with Houston?
With the Clippers. So
you come out of that meeting thinking
it was a whole thing, man, but it's still been a thing for a while. So I ain't saying nothing to get fined, huh? Yeah, it is what it is at this point.
You have there, as you said, two veterans, who are the best at what they do.
Mm-hmm.
Scott is one of the most respected NBA officials, one of the highest rated NBA officials, which is why he referees in our finals games.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Chris, track record speaks for itself. The way you handle that, at least the way we've tried to handle that, is talk to both of them and say, the expectation is you're going to be professional and deal, privately with the two of them and just say, this is guys, whatever the bad blood is between you two, you don't have to be friends, but you got to both go out and do your jobs. And so that's my expectation going forward.
I understand he's a high-level official and he knows his job. At the same time, you can't have someone taken away from the integrity of the game. Like I always say, he was involved in the Tim Donaghy thing. He's an official many players around the league don't really get along with. You saw the way so many players came to Chris Paul's defense, former players that have played in the league that has had, this guy ref their games, came out and spoke against him. And it's just like Adam Silver and them just going to rock with him no matter what. It's like the players will go before he goes, and he's probably looking at it as he wants him there long after Chris Paul is done playing because he's one of the top officials in the game as far as knowing the literature and knowing exactly the calls and is able to lead a crew. But if this guy has ulterior motives and he's making personal beefs with players, then he's not going to show the next crop of officials how to do things the correct way either. If he's riding through the tunnel telling Lil Chris to, get the F out the way or, watch out or, cursing at him all types of crazy ways, and you expect Chris Paul to be professional, I think you're flawed in your thinking as far as that goes. Because he didn't say that to Chris Paul. If he told Chris Paul to get the F out the way, you pull them in the office and they talk about it, okay, I could understand, letting that be water under the bridge. You could disrespect me sometimes, if I let time be able to heal that, and if it's coming at me, I could get past that a little better than I could get past you talking to my kid like that when I'm not present. See, that's that sneaky stuff. And the fact that Chris wasn't there, he knew it would get back to Chris. So that was clearly an antagonizing behavior to get Chris vexed, to try to get Chris out the league or get Chris penalized in a way that he's never been penalized before. So I think they've done a poor job handling this, and I would like to see them do a much, much better job for the next crop of players that have to deal with this guy. Because I'm going to tell you what, history repeats itself, and if he has problems with Chris like this right now, he's going to find another target. Another player is going to be in the same predicament as Chris, and he's going to have something to say about him, and he's going to, pick little beefs with him on the court and get him out of his body. He goes up to Chris, talks about, what your record is versus me, and you don't win playoff games versus me before the game, and then proceed, to have him lose the game. Like, it's all these type of things that I think Adam Silver and them have done a poor job handling. Now, I don't know if David Stern has done a poor job with some of these officials too. You know what I'm saying? And the players have to deal with it, man. But I really don't like this, and I don't like this guy, Scott Foster, man. I'm not there in the locker room, or I'm not there out there on the floor, but you could just tell certain people are weird like that. And he fits that bill, man. He's a weird individual who wants to antagonize players, and he wants the game to be about him. He likes that he's getting this coverage right now for having a beef with Chris Paul, because that elevates his name, makes him a bigger person than he should be. You are an official. You shouldn't be winning or losing anything at the games, but as we know, they bet all the time and money exchanges hands, whether under the table or through a well-organized ring they have going on. So, let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section, and Adam Silver's comments in regards to it. Just sitting them down and telling them to be professional, that's not enough for me. I would really like to see something happen to Scott Foster, demote him, something. Like, some people saying fire him, some people saying demote him, some people saying don't do anything. But I don't think there can't be no type of recourse, for his actions. Because if not, and Chris Paul, steals off on him one day and knocks him out right there on the floor, I don't want to hear nothing from nobody. I don't want to hear nothing from none of them if Chris Paul, loses it one day on him. Because the issue is rooted in attacking my family members and the ones that I'm there to protect as a father. So it has went past the game of basketball. So just telling them to be professional ain't enough, man. I'm sorry. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time. Peace.